Hi, I'm Jeff Stokes. Welcome to Jeff's Daily Dose of Encouragement. Today I want to encourage you to be careful what you listen to. In Deuteronomy chapter 18, it's specifically talking about who really to listen to and who not to. And I'll just read out these things. They're all examples of different types of witchcraft and really listening to false gods and even demonic forces and stuff like that. And we've got to be really careful who we listen to. And it says here from verse 9 in chapter 18, when you are come into the land which the Lord your God gives you, you shall not learn to do after the abominations of those nations. There shall not be found among you anyone that makes his son or his daughter to pass through the fire. There are still, I believe, cults that will do that sort of thing today. There is child sacrifice going on today, and Satanist covens and things like that. Or that uses divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter of familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer, which they seek the dead, try and talk to the dead. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord, and because of these abominations, the Lord your God does drive them out from before you. You shall be perfect with the Lord your God. For these nations which you shall possess hearkened unto observers of times and unto diviners, but as for you, the Lord your God has not suffered you to do so. Verse 15, the Lord your God will raise up unto you a prophet. He's talking about Jesus Christ there. From the midst of you, of your brethren, like unto me. Unto him shall you hearken, or listen, or take heed. The problem, I remember asking God one day what it was about all these things that we're not supposed to do, and what the singular problem with them was. And the singular problem with them was is they are not God. They're not listening to God. They're listening to anything in the spirit world other than God. And as verse 15 said at Jesus, we're supposed to listen to Jesus. He said, my sheep hear my voice. But all these other things, you're listening to the council of demons. You know, today we have things like horoscopes, fortune tellers, they have seances and all those sorts of things. We're to stay right out of that stuff. People sometimes go to a palm reader or a clairvoyant for some insight on something. We're not to come anywhere near that. That's a gateway for demons. And that's just allowing the devil to speak his will over your life. But we need to listen to God. We need to be very careful who we listen to and not go near those things. People like finding out what their star sign is and things like that. It is not for Christians, okay? Because it's not God speaking. It's something else speaking into our lives. If you don't know the Lord Jesus Christ, he was prophesied here of being the prophet that God will raise up like unto Moses, but even better than Moses, even greater than Moses. If you don't know him, if you confess with your mouth the Lord Jesus and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For whosoever shall confess that Jesus is the Son of God, God dwells in him and he in God. God bless you. Have a great day.